Hi, everybody. Welcome back to It's Happening Now. I'm going to be kicking us off today. Devin here with my friends, Chris.
What up?
Greg. And Scott, who's currently, again, in traffic. We actually have a major storm that's going on. I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now in Ohio. And nothing yet, but, let's see if we survive this. I want to kick us off today with another bombshell of a story. All puns intended. Iran is currently, right now, accusing Israel of major airstrikes on an Iranian embassy in Syria. It says that here, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, you're gonna bring it up? All right.
Yeah. It's actually the consulate, not the embassy is right beside it. They bombed the consulate right there. And that's all we need from that.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
From Reuters, it says suspected Israeli warplanes bombed Iran's embassy, or as Greg said, the
consulate.
The consulate, which
is part of the
embassy.
Yeah.
In Syria on Monday in a strike that Iran said killed 7 of its military advisors, including 3 senior commanders, marking a major escalation in Israel's war with its regional adversaries. That was from Reuters. Thank you. I guess the real question here is, with the UN currently reviewing this action, which is going on right now, it's a live conference right now. Are we going to see a further escalation with Iran actually joining the fray against Israel, and with Iran's current adversaries, their current allies, Russia and China? Are we going to maybe see an escalation to a much larger conflict, including many other major players?
I think we will, honestly. I mean, I think the world is gunning for World War III. I was just reading a little bit more of the story of this, as this is the first time I've seen it. And it says the Syria air defenses shot down some of the missiles they launched, but others made it through and destroyed the entire thing, killing and injuring everyone inside. So, but not really quite sure, because they said that Israel's jets targeted, you know what I mean? Israel aircraft targeted the Iranian consulate building. So was it jets, or did they fire surface to surface missiles? I'm not really sure what to go with there.
I mean, I would say, is Iran going to join? Like, that's what you said, Devin. Are they going to join against Israel? I mean, they've been funding it this whole time anyway.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're pretty much already involved.
Well, they are, but there's a big difference between.
I know what you mean.
Actual, like suspected, they're
funding it, yeah.
But we can't really prove anything beyond a shadow of a doubt, and then actually being involved.
Now, I would like to give you a little pushback on that. When any time Hezbollah or any of the proxy armies of Israel or Iran fight, they always find exploded Iranian missiles, bombs, and other devices. You know what I mean? So
right. For some reason,
are all over it.
Right. That's what I was about to say. For some reason, it always is their artillery.
Yeah. Right.
So, I mean, I would say, in my opinion, they've been involved this whole time anyway. Israel's just tired of them funding their attackers.
They are the number one sponsor of terrorism. I mean, period, in the world.
True. That's very true. But so here's the question. If that is true, and like you said, they're involved, so they're basically already in the war, right? That's what you're saying?
I would say so.
If we're finding Iranian bombs and stuff, and you know what I mean? So would then the U.S. already be involved, or already technically be at war with Russia right now?
My opinion on that is, yes, we have been involved. We've been supporting it. I mean, I don't want to say a definite yes or no, but
There's a map
I
of the
mean,
consulate and the embassy for anybody who.
Yeah, they're right next to each other, man.
Yeah, the
right.
embassy.
I
Consulate.
think it's unofficial, but I do believe that we probably do have troops on the ground somewhere involved in that.
We have
That's my
troops everywhere.
opinion. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know that for fact, but I'm sure we're involved in it a lot more than they're letting us know about.
I mean, they pretty much tell us we're funding the whole thing. Like, I mean,
Right.
that's why we
Well,
have
right.
skyrocketing ammunition here, is because most of these companies that supply our ammunition is selling it over there.
Right, they sell it to
sending it
everybody,
over there.
right.
Oh, do you know? Do you know what the Israel used to bomb the consulate?
No, I don't.
The great
Our missiles.
American F-35s. the new planes we have.
The stealth bombers.
Yeah,
No, not the stealth bombers, but the stealth
They're stealth
F-35s.
Iranian
Yeah.
ambassador Hassan Akbari said Israel F-35 fighter jets brutally targeted my place of residence and the consular section of the embassy, as long with Iran's military attaches. He told Iranian state TV that between 5 and 7 people were killed, including some diplomats. Now, I went down there a little later for an update. It says 8 people were killed. A high-ranking leader of the Quads forces. Why do they always have weird names for Quads? Quads forces.
Yeah. There's only 4.
2 Iranian advisors and 5 members of the Revolutionary Guards.
Yeah.
It's funny that they called them Israeli F-35s, because it's like those are American.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With
That's
American
our technology.
biggest import or export is weaponry. That's what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just funny they say it like that. Like, no, that wasn't an Israeli fighter. That was ours.
It says in a telephone conversation with, I don't even know how to pronounce these names, so I'm going to butcher them. But this one's kind of funny. Mr. Mekdad, Mekdad, Iranian Foreign Minister Hassan Amari Abadubala, I don't even, Ahian, described the strike as a violation of all international obligations and conventions, and blamed the consequences of the action on the Zionist regime. The Iranian Foreign Ministry said, "This is a message to Iran. You break every international law there is, from seizing tankers to attacking your neighbors, funding terrorists, killing American soldiers with IEDs. I mean, you are the epitome of the scum of states' shoes. I mean, they're not even a state;
Right.
they're the scum on the state's
Listen.
shoes."
You know what it reminded me of when you said that? It's like the thief that finally somebody stole something from him. I can't believe you broke the law and stole something from me, man. That's illegal. Didn't you know that's illegal? It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you steal from everybody.
Yeah. Don't you have any morals?
Right, you have no morals. Like,
But nonetheless, it does bring up a question. Like, if we sink to their level, are we just as bad as they are?
Well, when are
In my
you
opinion,
taking
no.
their level, and when are you defending yourself from the atrocities of a rogue nation?
right, because that's
I
what they
don't-
always say. That's what they
never
always say
been-
is. Go ahead, Devin.
No, you go.
I was gonna say that's what they always say is like, if you do what it's just like the Republicans and the Democrats, right? It's like the Republicans always say, well, we can't sink to their levels and use their tactics. That's dirty way of Well, they're doing it to you, dude. And if you don't defend yourself, eventually they're just going to run over you.
Yeah.
So is it really sinking to their level, or is it just actually interacting on the playing field? Because they set the play field, you have to react, man. You can't just sit there and let somebody beat on you every day and be like, no, if I hit you back, I'm just
as bad
sinking
as
to your
you
level.
are. Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
When does it become I'm just defending myself to I'm going to be your, you know what I mean, sink to your level, fight fire with fire. Eventually, you have to.
That's the thing. I agree with you, but it's like, when have we need to come to an agreement as a society what we feel is acceptable as when it's okay to fight fire with fire, because right now as a society we don't have that.
You
consent.
can't
We don't have to-
you can't do that, because if you come to an agreement with what is legitimate reasons to attack me back, well, I'll just hover that line.
Americans can't even decide which is better, the Whopper or the Big Mac. So I don't know how we're going to decide. You know what I mean?
Me personally, if you're looking for a bigger sandwich, it's the Whopper. I like the Big Mac too.
I like Trump's thing. If you hit us, we're going to hit you harder.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Eventually, someone's going to get hit so hard they're not going to want to do anything back.
Right? They're not going to be able to get back up.
Yeah.
But and that's what I was saying. Like, if we set a level of saying, "Hey, you have to do this," you can use the what is it, California, Chicago, all them, or Illinois, whatever. Their whole little ruling of, well, as long as you don't steal $1,000, you won't be arrested. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I'll steal $999.99, and then you are not going to arrest me. Like, they just hover that line, and they play your own shit against you.
I figured out a solution for that. I would open a store, and everything would be $1,000, but there would be a discount. You know what I mean?
At the register?
Discount would be taken off at the register. Yes. So if you bought a $2 candy bar, it's $1,000 in my store. But I'll take
$998 will be taken off when you come to the register.
Yeah. So anything you steal is $1,000. Go ahead, Devin. You had something to say. Got off topic.
No, not really. I just I think that I am kind of terrified about what's going to happen here soon. I know that we just said, yeah, they're probably going to be World War III, but if we say, hey, you know, anybody that does anything backing, let's say they back a person that attacks you, that you can just attack them, then we're just giving the allowance for Russia to attack us, because in all actuality, we are directly funding their opposition.
You're right. Which,
in all actuality, I do believe you should be able to attack that country. They are directly funding your adversaries.
Any normal-minded person or average-minded person, whatever you want, would agree that the word would actually see it. You know, they'd be like, "Well, you started it." You know, I mean, it's like getting on YouTube and starting that video where somebody punches somebody and they're like, "Why did he do that?" And then you see the rest of the video where dude was beating the crap out of him, and he finally hits the dude back, and they're like, context means everything.
No,
so
context means everything. Mm-hmm. I started laughing over here. I couldn't help it, but I'm like a little kid. I'm just going to show you this. Is this? I want to ask you if this reads the way I think it reads. I'm going to. Is this? Why does it keep doing that? I want you to stop. Now it's going to be really hard to find that here. Is this say right here? Foreign Minister facial meat dad.
That's what it looks like.
Facial meat dad. I mean, is that? I mean, that's a little facial meat dad.
That sounds a
little bad.
Somebody made a crucial mistake, and they will probably be beheaded when they find out.
That's probably his real name.
Probably.
It kind of reminds me.
Hey, for whoever wrote that article, I hope so.
Yeah, it makes the funny names like in the Austin Powers, "Fook you, fook me." You know?
Yeah,
it's like
I am me. He is you.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Duffner bringing up that. What's that one video with that lady that got those?
Where they tricked the airline or the airliner? Yeah. Somebody who worked there tricked the newscaster into saying, "What was it? We too low, ho we fook." that
messed up, man. Messed up.
Oh, it was funny, and she said all that, and then they found out that, I guess the Asian airliner got mad about that.
How can you not take those serious? I mean, the Russian spy that's over here sleeping with the congressman is named Fang Fang. You know what I mean?
What was that dude's name who was doing that? His name even sounds suspicious.
Oh yeah, I can't think. Oh, he's on the and the problem with two monitors is you lose your mouth. You don't know where it is.
It sounded like you said you lose your mouth, but I'm pretty sure you said mouse.
I did my mouth. I did say mouth because I couldn't talk and I couldn't do it again.
Oh
man, she's old. Fang Fang.
Oh, Fang Fang. She does she look like a?
Apparently, Swalwell.
Yeah, that sounds
Swalwell.
suspicious, though. I could have. Yeah.
Apparently, I looked up Fang Fang. I thought that'd be the quickest way to find it. And apparently, there's a lot of people in China named Fang Fang. That's a common name. Fang Fang is also
the more you know.
a Chinese writer known for her literary depictions of working poor. I'm sure she has a lot of ideas over in China because there's a lot of
poor. Tons.
There's a Fang Fang. And apparently it goes for girls and guys. There's Fang Fang, expanded her research portfolio, examines sex differences and genetic mechanisms for human traits and diverse. Fang Fang professor. He's McGovern Institute for Brain. There's just Fang Fangs all over China. I don't have 1.4 billion people, and they're all named Fang Fang. It's got to get confusing.
They couldn't find anything else. They ran out of me's and yous.
And then me. What is this? You. In LinkedIn, Fang Fang, Mayor's Task Force for Austin Women. What is that?
It's always something.
So I was just looking around on Gateway, and I thought this was kind of funny. So I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. We were talking about the storms earlier. Yeah. For any that are watching that are not in Ohio. Well, here's
is this the Lexington, UK?
Yeah.
University.
Bring this up here, dude.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, that person right there went "Fook me."
He said,
off the ground, man.
"Fook me and fook you," because that was all bad.
Oh, I drove in that stuff. It was absolutely insane, dude. It was some of the craziest weather because it just lightly rained. And then it was typhoon season with heavy winds and crap flying through the air. Just like 10 miles down the road, it was dry and sunny. You're just like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm not in Kansas.
All right.
I don't know what any people are talking about today. I went all the way to Illinois and back, and I had nothing. It's just some rain.
You got lucky.
I had rain, torrential rain, typhoon rain, got to London, Kentucky, sunshine, 80 degrees, got my trailer, drove back, got to Lexington, and it all went to hell again. It was just the sky opened up and started peeing all over my windshield.
Well, it was funny on our way down, though, because I was sitting there, hey, it's raining. He was like, it's not raining on me. And then he was like, it's raining also. Oh, it's really raining over here. And he was like, no, it's not that bad. Then you got that. And so I was getting it before you. You were like, it's getting crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I know it finally settled down. The only thing I didn't get what you got was sun until I got back to Cincinnati. Then I got the sun.
And it was in Pioneer, it was 83 degrees. It was beautiful. No light wind, sun. Got me some more farmer tan. You know what I mean? It was a good time. Did you see that the
Franklin was trash?
Did you guys see that finally right here? I'm just gonna bring this up real quick. Thought we could talk about that for a second. Texas National Guard retakes control of El Paso border, installs miles of razor wire and a new anti-climb fence.
Awesome.
About time.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, I'm sure Biden is probably going to hit it with an F-35 missile strike and blame it on Iran or Russia.
No, it'll be a Mexican F-35.
Yeah, Mexican F-35 dropping tacos across the border.
Who gave them that?
Total accident, not for spying.
Yeah.
Why didn't they take the air shot? That's weird.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah. Weather tank, totally not for running over razor wire.
That's right.
Back in the 60s, people took drugs to make the world weird. Now people take drugs to try to make it normal. They're like, I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Speaking of weird, I got a really good one for you.
All right, let's see it.
Americans can thank Bill Gates and his foundation for school lessons that teach that there is white supremacy in mathematics lessons across the country, that those create systemic barriers to equity for blacks, Latinx, Latinx. I can't stand that they did that.
And multilingual students.
And that the solution is, in fact, anti-racist math education.
Now,
Okay,
And
look,
look,
here's how you fix this.
But
Here's how you
the
fix this.
heading
Hold on.
though, Bill Gates sponsoring lessons in how to cleanse math of white
Oh,
supremacy.
sorry.
I see what they're talking about right now. Okay, so if you look at that chalkboard, it was black, right, with white writing. So what we need to do is white chalkboards with black writing, and then it won't be racist.
Wait. Look,
Hold on. That still wouldn't work because then the majority would be white.
But the
So they
majority
would
is black
still have a
now.
reason because we
Look.
have whiteboards with black
Math.
markers.
Math is the universal language of the universe. You know what I mean? If I have two apples and I go to an alien planet and they call them bazoodles, you know what I mean? It's still two. It's the universal language
No matter
of the
what.
universe. All right. And you're right. Math is racist because I would be in math class and there would be a Latino beside me and he'd be like trying to figure out the problem and I'd be doing the math problem. And a white butler would come in behind me and go, Mr. Bogan, the answer is 79. Don't tell the Latino kid. And I'm like, oh, okay. And that white privilege.
thank
got
you,
me all the way to
Jeeves.
school.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you, Jeeves. Be gone with yourself.
Do you think that we could show the Family Guy clip with
No.
No. Fox would take the more money that we're not making.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think
Scott, mute
if
yourself.
anybody's seen that clip, that's the one.
sorry.
Here, hold on.
Scott's still working, people.
I
that was his landing gear.
removed him from the stage while he's dropping his trailer.
Because it's
right.
very noisy and annoying.
Yes. We hear that all day, at least like twice a day per person.
I don't want to hear it when I'm at home.
And Devin's looking for a ghost.
No, my cat is just
Yeah.
leave me alone. He won't stop.
I can hear my dog barking
Can't
downstairs.
stop,
Can y'all hear
won't
that?
stop.
He
I
does
heard
not
it a
want
minute
that.
ago. I don't
Yeah.
hear it anymore. I don't hear anything.
This guy's head looking real green.
Get it out of my face.
I did not pay the government for my hearing subscription, so they took my hearing away earlier today until I can pay the payment.
Dude,
But that stuff about the math though, how's math racist?
It's
man?
not. These
I
people
know it's
are
not, Greg.
insane, dude. I mean,
But look at this billionaire making more money off of teaching you lessons on how to take racism out of math or white supremacy out of
who
math.
said
That doesn't
weather
make no
was racist?
sense.
Somebody said just not too long ago that weather's racist.
I
The
think it
weather.
comes- I think
Highways
it
are
comes
racist.
down-
Listen, dude, I heard that one. Dude, you made me snap up. I was like, huh?
Everything's racist. Highways, weather, rain, food, math.
I can't remember who said that, but when you said that, I do remember reading something where they said highways were racist, and I'm like,
It
like
was,
really?
I'm
it was
back.
booty
Like,
juice. It was
I don't
people-
know.
yeah, it
Low
was. Yeah, it
bridges.
was.
Low bridges. and the
Yeah,
road
it was the low
system.
bridges and the
And
highways were
highways,
racist.
Yeah, the Pete Booty Juice, Buddha Jag, Buddha.
But judge.
Booty juice.
Don't
I like
say it
booty
again,
juice.
or it'll appear. I don't need that.
Right. Look, I don't know
Yeah.
if math is racist, but whatever that common
I know it's
core
not.
crap is that they were trying to teach the kids, that should be outlawed, in my opinion.
That's to make people dumber.
Obviously, because dude, I looked at it and I felt like I was like just the biggest dummy ever. Like I was like, I don't know what this is. What do I do with this?
I was helping Presley, my niece. She was over here one day after work. Tammy was watching. She had math, and she's like, she's I think maybe second grade, and she's like 2 times 7. I was like 14. You know what I mean? And she's like, no, I have to do the math. She took a whole page to write. Take the 7, turn it to a 3, do this, do that. And I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Who does this?
No one.
And then I taught her how to use her white privilege card. I said, you don't have to do that. Just slip the white privilege card on top of the homework when you go into class.
Look,
no problem.
I tried to help my daughter once when she was a lot younger with her math, and she's like, I'm struggling, and I helped her. And I didn't have any instructions, no nothing. At the time, I didn't even know they were doing this Common Core thing, right? So I help her out with it. She brings the paper back. Not one single answer was right. And I'm like, what? She's like, well, Dad, we didn't do the equations and the this and the that. And I'm like, well, the what? These answers are correct. And that's what I found out about Common Core math. And I'm like, I don't know what Common Core is. So don't Don't ask me
And this is
anymore. Like
why I
I had
specifically
to have
don't
her
wanna
brothers. I had to have her brothers help her with her math because I don't know how to do Common Core math. I know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. I mean,
You know how to do
That is
fractions?
math.
And this is why I and
old
many
people
other
math,
people
you know.
that are in the younger generation that are, because there is recently a thing where people of the younger generation don't want to have kids, and it's because of crap like that, dude. Like, how would you
I
want to
feel
bring
that.
yourself or bring a kid into this society when this society just is completely ridiculous? I mean, nothing
Right.
makes sense anymore. It's not a safe place for kids, dude. It's not a safe place for anybody.
Oh, that and it's so expensive.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Dude,
Maybe
I
it's
had to-
fueled by a little bit of selfishness.
look, when we had our first kid, me and my wife had to take a loan to pay the doctor,
Look,
so they would see her.
I don't want to get off this yet. That's Common Core. That's a flashcard. You can buy that. That is literally 7 plus 5.
Why do you need to do it?
Wait, what?
Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Why
that
don't-
makes no
That
sense.
is-
There is no need for that.
That is the
7,
craziest thing I've ever seen.
Plus 3 plus 2
7,
equals 5.
8,
And then
9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my God, my fingers, they're better than Common Core. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You don't need to do
Yeah,
that. You stack it on top of
Why
each other.
separate it to 3 and 2? I don't understand that at all.
Because that's retardation. I'm sorry.
they should
That's mentally
hold on.
challenged.
It's $2 for that, dude. They should pay me for that. They should pay me to even allow that in my house.
It is.
I need therapy just to get through the fact that
Oh,
I had to see.
I'm with you on that one, Devin. My goodness.
Yeah, they have gone nuts with that. The stuff they teach our kids anymore is, I mean, not all the schools do that though. I mean, I'm not talking about the Common Core. I'm sure they all do that, but some of the stuff your kids bring home to, you're like, why? What are you teaching my kids in your school?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
like
right.
during COVID, they flipped out because the parents actually seen what they were
Yep.
teaching their kids, and
Yeah,
then wondered why everybody was so mad. Like, it's like, are you serious? This is what you're teaching my kid all day?
They don't tell you. They don't send homework anymore. They don't send home books. They
Oh, no,
don't
my
want
kids
you to
do.
know. My son came home with a math problem one time, and it said, Sally, who is a transgender man, so a woman that thinks she's a man,
What does that
goes
do?
out with Billy, who's a transgender woman. All right. and there was a problem that went along with that. My son's like, they're not trans or gay. They just want to make it as complicated and weird as possible. I mean, it's a boy with a girl. I mean, it is.
Yeah, no matter which one thinks they're the woman and which one thinks they're the man, it's
all the
still a
same.
man and a woman.
Yeah.
Look, the thing that's baffling me here is the fact that
This whole conversation.
they
Only one
had to
thing.
put it in there in the first place. Who
Yeah.
cares what they are, man?
Right.
Yeah.
Just ask
I've
a
been
simple
s-
math problem. Like,
I've been saying that for a while.
And I've
Susie had
always
to drive
thought,
to the store, you know, like
why
who
does
crap
it
does she
matter
is?
how you did it if you come up with the right answer? When has that been a thing? When is like, oh, you have to do it this way?
They want to see that you understand.
If I got the right answer, I clearly understand.
Obviously,
have
right.
somebody
You
give you the right
understand it
answer.
then.
And they're like, well, you used a calculator. They exist. They built
Yeah.
them to do math. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why
exactly
can't
what
I
they
have
built
a
it
calculator?
for.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not allowed to use a calculator in math for a while.
No, I
and
wasn't either. I wasn't
It-
allowed to use a calculator in
me
school.
better understand processes and stuff. But guess what I use now? Calculator.
Well,
Because
everybody
am I-
does.
Am I in some sort of math major? Do you think the math majors are not
Yeah.
using calculators? No.
I mean,
Well,
definitely.
they
it
use
was,
$200 scientific
what am I learning
calculators. What's the
If-
school makes you buy
Hey,
for $200?
if all we use is computers now anyway as adults, why do we need to learn the other stuff? I
We
mean, let's
don't.
just use the computers.
Look,
let's just
now
move
I
on.
would say it still comes in handy to learn those things. And I would say basic math, stuff like that, would be good to still learn.
Oh, I agree with you.
And
Learn it.
and it's not hard. Like what Greg just showed, that flashcard.
Common Core.
Yeah, that was, I know, but I'm saying like that was ridiculous. I mean, who needs 7 plus 5? What is you can do that with your fingers.
12. Right.
You know,
Like,
but it's 12. I mean, you got 10 fingers. But yeah, 7,
just
8,
trying
9,
to
10, 11,
separate
12.
into
It's
prime numbers?
simple.
Once you do it enough, your mind automatically comes up with the answer. You know what I mean? 6 plus 6, 12. You know what I mean? 10
Yeah.
plus 17. I mean, eventually you've used those numbers so much that you don't even think about it anymore.
Right.
But I mean, for school from grade 1 to grade 6, you learn new things. Grade 7 through 12, you pretty much just repeat
It's the same stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
It is a waste of time, a waste of life. We need to go back to the old days where they taught the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic.
All right.
I mean,
And
you learn.
add instead of common core, common sense.
Yeah, and hey, there you go. That's the new slogan. You know what I'm saying? Common sense. It's on the ballot. It is.
That's a great one. That's actually really good.
This.
I like that.
Yeah.
Common sense is on the ballot.
I mean, am I supposed to, if they give me change back and I want to see if they're right, am I supposed to take out my metal cutters and cut the penny into like 3 and 2s and cut and try to? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I do.
If somebody did that in front of you, would you be surprised?
You know what I did do one time? I used to carry around a counterfeit marker. You know how you go to the store, you give them a 20 and they mark the bill to see if it was real. Every time they give me change, I'd mark the bills and just stare at it. Like, you're giving me fake money. And people would, the cashiers would just look at you like, what are you doing? I'm making sure you give me counterfeit change.
I had one of those too. And I had it for a reason, because I got one time in my old line of work. And from that point on, I always marked bills, and people would be so pissed. Like, why are you doing that? It's like, you ain't, I don't accept fake money.
Pizza delivery guy, I got it a few times, always from Wilbur State or Central State. The mofos out there majoring in counterfeiting. But
they'll get you. Some of it looks real, man. So, I mean,
I like to mess with cashiers too. I give them a big bill, and I'm like, don't handle it too much. They're like, why? I'm like, ink's still fresh, just printed it. And then they start looking at it real close.
If they're that good at lying and deceiving people and taking money and using fake money, they might as well go into the political circuits, right? So,
well, boys, we have gone over.
Yes, we have. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and stop us here. Please like, subscribe, share, ring the bell to get notifications whenever we're going to do live shows. Which, by the way, we do live shows every single day at 7 p.m. unless something crazy happens. And we appreciate you very much. And we hope you come back. See you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good one.
Yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace out. Have a good night.